welcome back to the July 2017 of Community Focus, presented by the Friends of MCTV. In this segment, our guests are from Adoption Option. I'd like to welcome Erica Partlow, Mentor Supervisor, and Sheila Van Wert, Youth in Transition, YIT, Case Manager. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Linda.
I'm so glad you came. Erica, please tell us all about Adoption Option. Where is it located and what all do you do?
All right. Adoption Option began in 2004. Our founder, CEO, Delois Leaphart, had this dream of helping children and helping them get out of the foster care system and be adopted. And it started out with that dream of that adoption. This huge book would come to her, this MARE book, Michigan Adoption Resource Exchange. And she would see all these children and she knew that there was hope for them, that we could do more, everyone could do more. So she started Adoption Option Inc. with the hope of having kids transition into adoption from the foster care system. So we started out with adoption, moved on to doing licensing, and also some foster care work, private foster care. So that all started in 2004. In 2012, we began doing what we call FPP, Family Preservation Program. That even further helped families to earn back their children if they did wrong or they did something and they want their children back. They were learning through our nurturing parenting curriculum how to get their children back. Also with that birthed YIT, Youth in Transition, and where young people can be mentored by other adults in the community. Being in foster care, some of these young people we work with, they've been in the foster care system their whole life. They weren't really taught in different situations how to transition into adulthood, so that's where we come in this YIT program, is to really help bridge that gap that maybe they didn't learn along the way. Adoption Option's mission is to improve the lives of children and families that we serve, and we do that with every day through many different counties that we serve, from Gladwin all the way down to Shiawassee counties.
Oh, wow. So the entire mid-Michigan area then? Oh, that sounds like a worthy cause, certainly, and something that's very well needed. Now, Sheila, you are the Youth in Transition Case Manager, and you actually speak from personal experience because you yourself were adopted. Would you share your story with us?
Yeah, so I came into foster care when I was 12 years old for neglect. About 6 months into foster care, my mom passed away of congestive heart failure, so we became court wards. My sister, and my younger brother and I were all adopted by different families. My adoption did not go very well. So there were some things that had happened, and so when I was 17 and had graduated from high school, I moved out on my own, no plan. All I had was a job and a car, and I decided that I was going to go to college. I started being involved in the Michigan Youth Opportunities Initiative program when I was 14, and in that program I got a mentor, and she has been a mentor in my life for a very long time. When I was about 20 years old, I decided I wanted to be a social worker after going back and forth with myself for a very long time about wanting to be a part of that. And I just graduated this May with my bachelor's degree in social work, and I was hired into Adoption Option. So it's kind of like a complete circle for me. I entered the foster care system, I lived through it, I was adopted, and I decided to become a social worker, and now I'm out putting forth what I think a good social worker is. And so I've decided to be that example. And so it's super awesome for me to be able to work in a program where I can help find mentors for young people, because I know how important it was for those mentors to be in my life, and so I know the importance of young people needing that supportive adult in their life.
Right. Good. Well, now, speaking of mentors, what ages and is there a current need for volunteers, and what ages?
Currently we have 7 unmatched youth in our program. Our program currently holds 14 youth from Midland County and Saginaw County. So we are looking for mentors for these youth. They range from some of them still being in high school to some of them that are kind of already out on their own. And so we are looking for fun, energetic, committed, successful adults to come and mentor our youth. We require that our mentors be 21 years or older, and we have a process in which they fill out paperwork, we do background checks, and then we match them with the youth, and hopefully it creates a long-term supportive adult for that young person. We ask them to commit to a year, but our goal is and hope is that it'll extend much further than a year.
And it often does. It sounds
Yes.
like yours extended
Absolutely.
into adulthood.
She's still very much so a part of my life.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, now I guess the big question is, how does one get involved? Say someone wants to become a mentor and assist with the Youth in Transition program. How do they get involved?
We have mentor recruitments, so we try to have recruitment events. We've reached out to college campuses. We've reached out to different churches and things like that. And so if someone is interested in becoming a mentor, they can call the office at Adoption Option, let them know that they're interested, and we will get that information, and then we can contact them and start the process.
Okay, what's the phone number there at Adoption Option?
The phone number at Adoption Option is 989-839-0534.
And they can also find you on your website, is that correct?
Yep.
AdoptionOptionInc.org.
Yep, and we also have a Adoption Option Inc. Facebook page as well that they can contact us on
Okay,
as also.
Good. Now, in that Youth in Transition program, I think you talked about the preparation for independent living. How important is that?
It's huge importance. These
What
young
does it
people.
involve exactly?
It's being an advocate, teaching them things that young people necessarily didn't learn. Simple things as far as, I'm going to take you to the laundromat and teach you how to do your laundry. Someone might
That's
have
a
always
big one.
done that. Someone might have always done that for you growing up. Other things are, you know what? Let's take a trip to a car dealership to find out what's the difference between renting, leasing. All of the differences. Some young people are like, you know what? I only need a car this week, so I'm going to go rent a car for the week, and then I'm going to return it on Friday. And it's teaching them the difference. Another importance is the difference between going to those payday loan places and those high rates that you pay.
Yeah.
They might think it's fast money. I can get paid early, but they don't understand
How much it costs them.
Yes, so there's a huge fee for that.
Yes.
As well as loans. Anything that you think that your parents might have taught you in that crucial age when you think you know everything, about 13, 14 it starts now,
Yep.
up until 19.
Oh, good. And I think you
Huge
mentioned
importance.
something about you had one person who wanted someone to take him to a college to see his college,
Yeah.
do a college tour because he didn't have anyone to take him. I
Yep.
think that's a great resource.
Simple. It might seem like it's larger things, but it's really simple.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, even if it's going out to have dinner and just get to know each other
Oh, good.
and see where that conversation leads. Those are the type of volunteers that we're really looking for.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, I hope you find a lot of them.
I hope so,
Adoption
too.
Option sure provides some much-needed service in Mid-Michigan, and we really thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having us.